My name's Mike Sullivan. I'm a former IRS agent and teaching instructor with the IRS. I've worked at IRS over a decade. I've worked over 10,000 cases. I'm a national tax resolution expert, and welcome to my YouTube channel. And what I try to do is I try to peel the curtain back so you know what's really going on at IRS. You see a lot of YouTubes, and to be quite honest, there are people that have a practice that deal with IRS, and they've taken a series of results and they've come up with these fanciful ideas on how IRS works. The only way you can find out how IRS works is to talk to someone who's worked at IRS over a decade. So today I want to peel back the curtain and tell you to stop reacting to a CP 504 letter. People are getting all nervous and my God, they get caught up. Oh my God, I got a final notice. They're going to contact this person. You don't need to react to them. You got to sit back and relax when you get a CP 504 letter. You just do, and I'm going to explain to you why. You don't know the IRS process, and that's really why you hire a professional, any professional. If it's a small case, do-it-yourselfers, do the case yourself. Nothing wrong with that. Substantial case, medium, higher, you really want to handle a tax pro in this. So let me just tell you about a little about the billing process. When you file a tax return that you owe debt on, IRS creates what's called a date of the assessment. That is the day IRS puts your tax return on the computer and you have a legal debt. That's called a 150 date, or for IRS experts, a 23C date. That's the IRS date you were computered in. 6 weeks after that, IRS sends you maybe a CP 2000 to let you know you owe the debt, or they may just send you if there's been an adjustment, or they may send you a 501, they may send you a 503, they'll send you a 504, and that's the notice you're getting right now. Final notice. We're going to levy, we're going to do this, we're going to take your children. I know some people said take my children. A lot of comments, and people get on the phone and they're worried and they call IRS. They don't know there's the most important letter coming out next, which is the 1058. And that's the only letter you need to react to. When you get to 504, you've got to know the end is coming near, but there's good news because the CP 1058 is coming next. The CP 504 is IRS's statutory letters that they are making a final notice in demand on you, and it gives them the right to send out the next letter. So when you get this 504 letter, what do you need to know? You need to plan your exit strategy with IRS and how you're going to resolve the case off the IRS collection computer. If you do not do that, IRS is going to send a bank levy, a wage garnishment, a levy on 1099s. They're going to send a levy of some sort just to get your attention. Not a human hand touches these forms, nobody. They're all computer generated by IRS's K-2 computer system. So when you get to 504, say, okay, I'm going to owe the debt. What do I do next? What you do next is you have to find out how IRS, in fact, is going to judge you and find out how IRS is going to work your case. You can go online and make a payment agreement if you meet the criteria on online payment system. But IRS generally is going to want, if the case is at the service center, a 433F, the local office a 433A. They're going to want that information. You're going to have to call them. You're going to have to fax that information to them. They're going to want to see your bank statements, your pay stubs. They want to see a copy of your bills. They want to make sure that financial statement is correct. As a result of that evaluation, and putting you in the national standards programs, which they do all taxpayers. This is one of the most important things you have to understand. IRS only allows you certain expenses on that 433F form. If you fall over the expenses, IRS wants that on a monthly basis. If you do not know the national expense standards, the program, you better not be calling IRS, because someone has to walk through that with you. So if you make $5,000 a month and IRS allows you $4,000, and the national standard programs and what you can spend, you're giving IRS $1,000 a month. Now there's other of you that can go into a tax hardship program called currently non-collectible. There's a pro and con about that. The pro is they're going to suspend your case for a couple years. After that, it's going to come back out, require another financial statement. The bad news is the IRS penalties and interest keep running, and IRS is going to take your refunds. But you can control your refunds by adjusting your W-4. So once again, when you get that CP 504 letters, you don't have to react. Contact a professional if you have stuff to worry about, if you don't call IRS yourself. But wait till the 1058 letter. The 1058 letter will come 6 weeks later, and it will give you a right to file a collection due process request that says, hey, I don't believe the liability is wrong, and I really need to make a payment agreement, and I want to speak to an appellate agent about this. And how this is really, really helpful: when you contact an appeals agent, you have one person working your case. That's generally a lot more kind and friendly than to call the boiler room at the 1-800 number. So in some cases, if you're currently non-collectible right now and you're in a hardship, I call IRS right now. If there's difficulties on the case or things going on or things we need to clear up, I'll file the collection due process and buy you more time and clear up what I think is really unfriendly on your case. I do a lot of jobs pouring my information into YouTube videos. I would appreciate if you subscribe. The subscription is big to me because it lets YouTube know that you value what I'm doing and a like. Also, if you go ahead and leave a comment on my site and have a question, I will probably make my next YouTube on the information you asked me. That's where a lot of my YouTubes come from. Thank you. Once again, a subscription and a like is helpful, and I'm happy to help you.